Soldier Field opened back in 1924 with the Bears becoming 10-71, and what a home field advantage it has become here in Chicago. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with the Houston Texans. 3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14.
Taken in the end zone. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25.
This is the receiver turned running back, Cordero Patterson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
The tackle made by Whit.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
On the play, 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Handoff comes to Montgomery. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
The ball carrier
decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
And 6.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And he finds Jimmy Graham. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first.
That's good.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
1st and 10 at the 20.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
The tackle made by Lonnie.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6.
56, Mike, 56, right there, 56.
Wentz to throw again. Got a man, it's Patterson, complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The Bears on the move. They've got another first down. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. A line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Now, Wentz again. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd and goal.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Tariq Cohen with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears.
Makes the score Bears 7, Texans nothing. Eddie Pinheiro to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's 2nd down.
25-yard line.
Throwing again is Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. But I think the Bears have recovered. They have. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right?
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. David Montgomery, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears will add on to their lead. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
Bears 14, Texans nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And that one carries out of the side of the end zone for a touchback, so that will come out now to the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Now a 1st down throw, Watson. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. A shotgun snap for Watson. Airing it out deep for Smith. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions quote-unquote go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Wentz. They'll find Miller. That's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Anthony Miller.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down.
Hey, kill. Hey, 4-2, kill. 28. Mike, 28. Here we go, team. Here I come. Here I come. Hey, number 28.
To throw is Wentz. The catch made by Miller. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. Here's Wentz to throw. And he finds his tight end, Graham.
Wentz's pass.
6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a second down.
Up 6. Brings up
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
On second down now, it's Patterson, and he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Wentz. Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Cordero Patterson hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bears will extend their lead. And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score Bears 21. Texans nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target. That'll bring up second down.
At the 35-yard line.
Faking the give. Now Watson. Got an open man. It's QT. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Kiki QT with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Texans get a bit closer.
Well, since we don't have a rooting interest in this one, neither one of us wanted to see this one get out of hand too early. Here we are in the first quarter. That was an important response for them to score already down 21.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Tariq Cohen, the ball carrier.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 38-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
38-yard line.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 38.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
Chicago Bears.
Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward.
2nd and 11 at the 16-yard line.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Patterson on the carry, and he'll take this one down near the 15. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes as the Bears push further out in front. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Hey, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, wherever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
Eddie Pinheiro, the kickoff for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
On the pickup.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 26 and a first down.
26 yards.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Watson now to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
Complete.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
First down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
They'll run with a former All-Pro. This is David Johnson.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12. At the 30.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12.
Watson off play action. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston.
Touchdown.
Kiki QT with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Texans cut into that lead.
For the extra point.
Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Yard line.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
Nice gain there by the second-year runner out of Iowa State, David Montgomery, who often finishes his runs moving forward and knocking defenders back. He finished tied with Josh Jacobs for the most carries by a rookie last year. But what the Bears need from him, improve on his 3.7 yards per attempt. If he gets that up into the 4s, look out. He can control the game with his running.
Wentz now on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And this results in 6. Touchdown.
Man, they ain't got a chance, cuz. They ain't got a chance.
On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21.
Bears 28, Texans 21.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded in the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? A gain of 13. It's a first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
Working from the gun, Wentz. Dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half.
At the 42-yard line.
2nd down at 7.
46 down, man. 5-4.
Shotgun now for Wentz. This to Graham on the short pass. Went 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
And Robinson with a big catch. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
At the 49-yard line.
They'll run on first down. It's Cohen. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
The ball carrier.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Gonna let one fly for Robinson. This is caught inside the 15. And with 1 second left, they get the timeout, and they'll have a chance to kick the field goal before intermission. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit.
8-yard attempt.
This is up and good from Pinheiro.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Watson. And he's going to have the hook up to QT. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
QT.
They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
Houston.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Open man is QT, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Touchdown, Texans.
To the air yet again, Watson. Screenplay, Johnson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. Watson looks to throw again. His pass caught at the 4. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A gain of 6 there on first.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. On 2nd down, Johnson. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston.
Touchdown, Houston.
David Johnson. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans have cut it to within a score. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
And on the return, the Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium, because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the third quarter.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the first down. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10.
42-yard line.
Now a toss to the left with Cohen. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Caught on the left side by Ginn.
That's good.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Montgomery back to the ground. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
Montgomery, the ball carrier.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
It's just me and you. It's just...
Throwing on first is Wentz.
Open man is Komet, the tight end.
He's got the first down inside the 10. And did he get in? No. Down at the 1-yard line. The play began back at the 23, and they pick up 23.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
And here it's just a simple question of whether or not the ball broke the plane. Well, I said it's simple. It's not really that simple. This could be really complicated.
We would love for it to be simple, to know that it did actually cross the plane of the goal line. But as you described, it is a difficult call. All it takes is a portion of the ball crossing that line. Now the officials have to determine if that happened.
And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Well, it's apparent the defense understands the situation. They have to keep them out of the end zone here. That's a great start by them. A loss on that play. Can they force them into a field goal attempt and still give their offense an opportunity?
On 2nd and goal, Wentz buying time to his left. And it'll be intercepted. Lonnie Johnson picks it. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. The throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10.
Throwing again is Watson. And he'll find Akins there, complete. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. From the gun, here's Watson. Over the middle, that's caught by QT. And he will have a first down here at about the 40.
It's a gain.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And this one is incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. And with a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
On second down, it's Johnson. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling him in the huddle right now.
Again, it's Johnson. Watson now going to run the option right. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down.
37-yard line. A gain of 15. First down, Texans.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Off of play action, it's Watson. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 10 more there and another first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. To throw again, Watson. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
Oh, enough to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. A shotgun snap for Watson. Incomplete. Both players were there offensively and defensively, but it falls incomplete. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down.
A 52-yard attempt.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the fourth quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, the bad news, they had the turnover last time. The good news, their defense only surrendered 3. So now we are set up for a great finish, all tied here in the fourth. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 33 and a first.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
At the 43-yard line.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Switch. Check 24, check 24. Check.
On second down now. It's Cohen. And some room to roam now. 20.
Is that it?
Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Bears have taken the lead.
For the extra point.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Watson. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
A gain of 17 yards. First down, Houston.
On first down, Watson. Open man, the tight end fells. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Now a first down throw, Watson. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
And this is caught at the 8. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A really nice gain of 25 yards. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on first and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about. Late game, that hurts. Take the touchdown off the board.
No doubt about it, and this is where you make a great movie scene, right? Go in, rally the team. Okay, we lost points there. Let's get it back and go out and score again. Can he get it done?
That's complete right around the 8. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown.
Touchdown.
Darren Fells. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th.
At 38 all. Kaimi Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. Taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On the give, this is Cohen. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes you'll break off the big run up.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Texans scoop it. Taking it right down Broadway. And they will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Texans touchdown. So many times, tight games decided by one big play. A lot of times, of course, it's the offense. Here, it's the defense coming up huge.
And you know, head coaches walk around locker rooms, walk around bench areas saying, guys, somebody make a play. It's a cliche, but it applies here.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead.
Kaimi Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
56 the mic. 56 is the mic.
Wentz again here on 2nd and 10. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. J.J. Watt, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Wentz. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one goes sailing out of bounds. Where did it cross? Well, they're going to say on this side of midfield. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. First down carry here for Johnson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Johnson. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
Second and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing now, Watson. Got an open man, it's QT. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
It's a gain of 7.
He's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him? Double and triple, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now.
A gain of 2.
Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
He's brought down.
Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Watson now to throw, and that will be incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Is good.
So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, you know, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. Fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Back to throw. Wentz. They've got his man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And with the big gain, they'll go ahead and decline the penalty. To throw is Wentz. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was trying to find Anthony Miller there. And now it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Wentz to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was trying to get it that time to Ted Ginn. And it's 3rd down.
3rd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Dylan Cole, and the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
At their own.
Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
The keeper.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right? Just us against the world and get it done. How happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one.
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
They set the goal beginning of the year. Hey, let's win 7 games. Unfortunately, with this loss, they can't do it.
So now it'll be interesting to see how they respond as a team, because sometimes when you set goals, if you don't achieve them, you don't care anymore. You let everything else go. I want to see if they're going to continue to fight, scratch, claw, do whatever to try and get as many wins as possible, even if it doesn't reach their stated number.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say so long from Soldier Field.